all this deck is about doing, whether through Smallpox, Recurring Wasteland, Liliana of the Veil. It's just trying to grind your opponent down. Once something sneaks through, and particularly Planeswalkers, it can be hard for the Pox deck to win. Now, Christopher is armed with a healthy number of manlands. He does have 4 copies of Mishra's Factory in his deck. That gives him some game against something like Jason the Mind Sculptor resolving, but Planeswalker on a stable board, very hard for Pox to beat.
So Derrick Sheets has a True Name Nemesis along with 4 lands in play, and he just spell pierced a Smallpox, which potentially had dealt with that True Name Nemesis. So key card there. It looks like Derrick has a Thoughtseize, which he can't cast, along with a Snapcaster Mage and a Brainstorm. And is that 2 islands underneath each other, or is that a miscut? I think it might be just 1 island, so that's a miscut island. Okay, so he only has 3 mana in play. So Christopher is going to lead with a Thoughtseize here. And let's see, we're going to see a Snapcaster Mage get cast in response. And does Christopher have any responses? I'm not sure. It looks like he's going to target. Okay, so Snapcaster is going to resolve. Not sure what he targeted with Snapcaster. Probably Spell Pierce.
Yeah, it appears that he targeted Spell Pierce.
So yeah, Thoughtseize will resolve. Likely going to take the Brainstorm here.
And I think the reason that he's targeting the Spell Pierce here is he's conscious of the threat of the Abyss from Christopher, which is a way for him to get out of True Name Nemesis, because the Abyss is awkwardly worded, and each player chooses. It's targeted, but each player targets their own creature.
Yes, and that is in fact what Christopher has. He does have the Abyss in his hand. Unfortunately, he can't really cast the spell this turn because Spell Pierce has flashback until the end of turn. So unless he wants to get it countered, really no point in casting anything.
And what's also nice about this is now he has a Snapcaster Mage in play, which is an additional piece of insurance against the Abyss.
Yeah, so Christopher has Cabal. Oh, wow. A card that you don't see very often, Cabal Pit. That's actually a card that will be able to kill the Snapcaster Mage. So if he's able to resolve the Abyss next turn, he might be able to deal with the True Name Nemesis.
Yeah, I mean, Christopher can't, I don't think, cast this Abyss right now. I think he just has to wait, and he can either Cabal Pit if he's at Threshold, or put a Mishra's Factory in front of the Snapcaster Mage, potentially, if Derrick wants to attack, but...
Yeah, I think his plan here, if he has Threshold, which it looks like he might, he has to kill Snapcaster Mage and hope that this resolves next turn. Key card here for Derrick if he draws a Black Source, but it doesn't. It looks like he drew another Thoughtseize. So unfortunately for Derrick, he doesn't have a way to deal with get the Abyss out of Christopher's hand. So he's just going to have to hope that the True Name Nemesis can go all the way here.
So it does not appear that he has Threshold.
1, 2, 3. Yep, nope, does not have Threshold yet. So looks like Snapcaster Mage will be able to stay in play, and although it does look like the Abyss will be able to resolve this turn. So if Derrick doesn't draw another creature to protect the True Name Nemesis, Christopher might be able to survive this game at 1 life.
Yeah, the problem is, there's a lot of problems. He can no longer tap the Cabal Pit for mana at that point, but Derrick is drawing fairly slim if the Abyss gets into play and Christopher isn't dead. An instant speed Snapcaster Mage can do some work there, but Christopher can play kind of an insurance game by sitting on defense with one of his Mishra's Factories to protect against that.
Yeah, so, I think so let's see what he wants to do here. He's got Mishra's Factory. He moved Mishra's Factory up to the red zone here. Maybe
well, I just don't think, I don't think he can.
So maybe he doesn't have Abyss in his hand, not sure, but he's going to activate Mishra's Factory, and he's going to attack for 4, dropping Derrick down to 8. And looks like he has Mox Diamond, Thoughtseize, and yeah, it looks like he might have an Abyss in his hand. So can't cast it this turn. Let's see what Chris wants to do here. He's going to play Mox Diamond, and that's just going to go to the graveyard. Oh, no, he's just going to put it into play, and that's going to die because he doesn't have a land to sack to it. And now I believe he might have Threshold. Or maybe does he have only 6 cards?
Yeah,
1, 2, 3,
I can't
4.
get a clean look at it.
So good draw there from Derrick, though. He drew a second True Name Nemesis. So
that makes it a lot easier.
That makes it a lot easier. So Christopher falls to 1. Now, not sure if Christopher has any outs here.
Well, the Abyss provides no help from here. I don't know if there's any copies of Mutilate in his deck. I would be surprised if that was the case.
Yeah, don't see any Mutilates. Maybe, no Mutilates. Knight of Soul's Betrayal, another potential winner for him. That's a card I know that Reduke played in his Pox deck, but not sure if that's in there.
Yeah, there's nothing here to get him out from what I can tell. Christopher appears to only have single Edicts And one single edict is not going to do it here, as Derrick now has a second copy of True Name Nemesis.
So looks like Christopher Arnold might actually lose this game here to double True Name Nemesis, despite the fact that he has an Abyss in his hand.
It's not an Abyss, it's the Abyss.
So 3 creatures come over. True Name Nemesis could easily block one of them. And is Derrick going to just take this? Is he afraid of giving him Threshold?
Well, this is a lethal attack as the board, assuming that our life totals are... Oh, no, sorry, this is not lethal. This is a 6-point attack.
Yeah. Although, yeah, so I think he's thinking about maybe just taking this because he doesn't want to give him Threshold for some reason. But no, he is going to block Mishra's Workshop. Mishra's Factory, rather. So Christopher Arnold falls to Derrick Sheets in his Deathblade deck, 3-2. So Derrick Sheets, he is our 3rd competitor into the